Bonjour, il est urgent. So we have yet another broken mess on our hands again, people. And who is the culprit this time? Well, no one other than Capcom. Recently this week, another glitch, rather game-breaking glitch, has been discovered in the broken mess known as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, normally I don't make videos about this because, well, my feelings upon that game is the same thing about Cross Tekken. I think that, as opposed to Cross Tekken sucks because it has a lot of the same problems. And even though I have Ultimate Marvel, it's mostly because some of my friends play it. I know I sound very hypocritical when I say this, but at least I can kind of have some fun out of that game. Cross Tekken, there's nothing to be had. There's no fun to be had out of that game because there's too much bullshit with it. And it's, you know, I play it with characters that really, let's face it, no one fucking uses. Nobody fucking uses Captain America, Guile, or Iron Man, and I'm not all that great at it because one, my internet is not that great, and two, when you're facing nothing but Dante's, Virgil's, Dr. Dooms, and Magnetos, and Zeros, it's fucking like, that is like the turning point for me, and where I'm just like, fuck this game. Because if people are not creative enough to try out different things, then why play the game? You know, the community kind of does shape the overall mindset of it. But now with the Snapback glitch being discovered, it's every damn time I think of Marvel, I think to myself, like, man, I can't believe that a completely broken, unstable game, a game that with a completely unstable game engine, is passable to be played and taken seriously on a competitive level. Now, yes, in order to trigger all of these glitches that have been discovered since the beginning of this game's lifespan, you gotta do something special, but at the same time, some of these things, they kinda just are triggered on their own. But this one, the Snapback glitch, makes it so that you can bring in two characters for the other player to use at the exact same time. And oh yeah, isn't that just wonderful? It's all fucked up. The statistics on it, what is and what isn't possible. We're talking about like the second character. One of the characters has infinite flight mode. The other, and then when they do level 3s, they combo together at the exact same time and frame. It's all fucked up. It blows my mind how busted this game really is, and all the excuses that Ryota Natsuma continues to give. He's like, oh yeah, well, we gotta give all this licensing, deal with all this licensing for Marvel to get a balance patch and all that. It's like, man, you fucking, you can get those damn balance patches, but it will probably cost you money, money that you don't have or care to pay for, because to you, you're like, fuck Marvel vs. Capcom. It's a busted game that people just so happen to like, and it's like, oh yeah, here's a mess. You want another mess? And that's why it took so goddamn long that Capcom was trying to tell you for 10 years. It's like, yeah, okay. And we know that Marvel 2 was basically cut and paste. You want that all over again? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Here's a mess. And now we have another mess, people. What was the other last big glitch that we discovered? The TAC Infinite? And then we're finding Infinites with several different characters without TACs. It was corner TACs, now it's mid-screen TACs that are Infinites. Now there are some characters that are Infinites if the opponent's holding forward. I mean, these are some very bizarre glitches and bugs, people. And it's time, I'm tired of all the bullshit excuses. If you're gonna patch this game or do something about it, do something about it. But at the same time, if this does not show you how busted this game really is, then really nothing will. I mean, we got other fighting games for all that. I'm surprised nobody that plays Marvel really plays Guilty Gear. I mean, these motherfuckers want to complain about variety and whatnot, and you have a game that, while it has a smaller roster, there's a lot more to these characters in terms of how they're designed. My biggest problems with most Capcom fighting games are the damn balance choices, because it's all based around favoritism. You know, they made some characters in older games that were fucking bosses, or they were characters from games in which they played important roles and they were very powerful there. It's like, alright, well, just make them broken to all hell. And, you know, characters like Virgil, Magneto, and Doom make them basically just fucking rock the entire cast. And then you got characters like Phoenix Wright that have a little gimmicks here and there, but without those gimmicks, these motherfuckers can't stand a fighting chance against somebody that is just dashing all over the goddamn screen like Wesker and shit. It's ridiculous. And not only the balance decisions are bad, I mean, just to give you an idea how busted this game really is, look on the back of the case for everybody that bought it, or just do a little research. There's a game engine called MT Framework, and if you know anything about that, that was the same game engine that was used in Resident Evil 5. Yeah, I know, you're probably wondering, like, really? Yeah, did you not find it a little strange that you had 4 Resident Evil characters to play from? One was DLC, one was and they were all uncommon characters. You had a damn boss, basically, as a playable character. 2 of them, technically, you know, Wesker and Nemesis. But, and then they get 2 whole stages. Wesker's one of the more powerful characters in the game. It's... come on, man. And we're talking about glitches where characters are fucking floating in the air, characters disappear off screen, the game freezes, the Y-axis glitch where you're breaking the fourth wall. And now this, you got 2 fucking characters usable at the same fucking time. Eventually, they're gonna find a glitch where the game basically just gives you a middle finger. Because it really, that's what it is. It's basically saying, fuck you. The Capcom does not care about this game, no matter how busted it is. Even if it starts proclaiming Michael Bay to be a good film director, God forbid. No, it's not gonna fucking happen. So everybody that's hoping for these balance and bug fixes from Capcom, good luck, because these guys are the kings of fucking cut and paste. That's why I never liked Marvel 2 and all those other games, because they didn't even really change the frame data. They're talking, you know what I'm saying? They took Magneto. It's like, all right, well, let's slow down the travel speed of his hypergrav and give it projectile properties, and also make it blockable, because, you know, that's kind of important. So you want to make a character that had a move that basically even made him remotely challenging in Children of the Atom, was because he had a move that was so fast and could not be blocked. Yeah, you can dodge it, but it's gonna fucking catch you. 7 chances out of 10, and he did massive damage. It's just, and now you make these characters playable. Like, man, Capcom, I would say get off your ass, but you know, when I think about Cross Tekken had so many damn bugs and glitches. These motherfuckers are still encountering bugs and glitches, and I keep telling my friends, I'm like, look, you can tell me all you want about Cross Tekken. You can have all the balance updates in the world, but a shitty game is still a shitty game. And it's not because of the fucking balance issues that people don't like Cross Tekken. It's because it's just a terrible game. It's like a bad relationship. You're with someone that does not really have much to offer in terms of what you're putting up with. Street Fighter 4, on the other hand, is, you know, kind of like that shy bitch that can give you what you need, but what you're getting is just like, oh man. With the balance update with that shit, I mean, if it doesn't tell you right there that, hey, we made this game and we can't even make it to balance update choices on our own, we have to issue the help of several people because we just don't know what to do anymore. We've made all these broken characters ridiculously strong and then nerfed the hell out of them. Yeah, that makes it balanced, right? No, it doesn't. You have a lot of fucking work to do, Capcom, and it's not just with Marvel. It's really with your entire reputation. Either this fucking DLC bullshit, the bullshit with DLC, and also I would like to see your games actually stable. I'm really getting tired of... what blows my mind is how these games are released with all these bugs and glitches as retail acceptable. Like, I remember Assassin's Creed 3. Oh god, I hate bringing up that game, but it had a ton of glitches before, like a day one patch to fix all these bugs. I forget how many, but it was, even then it had things that were messed up with it, aside from it just not being a good game. And now with this whole snapback glitch, I mean, the internet is being sent up in an uproar. People are already experimenting, and yeah, at least you're seeing a lot of stuff. It kind of reminds me of like all of the things people do with Street Fighter 4 on their PC with all the modifications they use, because it really goes to show what Capcom really is about. I mean, they lie a lot, first of all. I mean, I remember watching these videos, seeing whole animations for characters that were unused because they were stuck in the game code and Capcom was too lazy to take it out. And you know they were fucking too lazy to take it out, because these motherfuckers take forever to get balance patches issued for games that have been out for a whole year. You mean to tell me that you couldn't win your source code and be like, okay, yeah, well, I don't know why that's there. People are not really morons anymore. You might as well keep it that way. I mean, it's a PC game, alright, it's open-ended. So people are going to mod it, people are going to hack it, people are going to alter all of this shit for fun factor. I mean, Marvel to me is one of those games that has close to about, if not close to the type of glitches that Skyrim has, or had, or hell, I don't even know anymore. Skyrim is a glitch. It's not even up for discussion. Skyrim is a glitch. It's not, oh, this is a game that has glitches, but there's a reason why I stopped playing Skyrim after so long, people. The game freezes and all these other glitches. I don't fucking think so. I played this game after the patches were released, and I still had these fucking problems. I don't want to hear it. And same with Marvel. I don't know why I keep playing this goddamn game. It's mostly just for fun. I'm amazed at how people take it seriously. I have yet to see a fucking glitch and KOF 13 that breaks the damn game. At least they made a game that's fucking stable. Props to them for that. Yeah, there may have been balance issues, but they got that shit under control, and it didn't take years and years and people basically getting on their hands and knees begging. It's sad. Get your shit together, Capcom, or just be encompassed by it. I guess you're a fan of frolicking in your own shit. Argent, au revoir.